and welcome to Physics in Hollywood. I'm here with my best buddy, Sean, and we're going to review the physics behind some of your favorite movies.
Let's get started! Wow, that was so cool. How did their cars stay on the road like that when it takes such turns?
Well, you see, due to centripetal force, the overall force on the car is directed towards the center of the turn they're on.
What? Wow, that's so cool. I wish I had a race car. You know, just the other day I was reading about why NASCAR's tracks have banked turns. It's because the normal force, which is always perpendicular to the road's surface, is no longer vertical. The normal force now has a horizontal component, and this component can act on the centripetal force of the car.
Do you know the movie Spider-Man?
Yeah, I love it. I remember this one scene where Spider-Man was fighting this one guy and had to punch him right in the face. It was so cool.
Really?
Yeah. As you can see, when Spider-Man punches the villain in the face, he moves backwards with the punch.
Why does that help?
Well, moving backwards increases the amount of time the punch takes. The impulse of the object never changes, so if you increase the amount of time, the force decreases. If you increase the force, the amount of time decreases. You know what movie I love? The Breakfast Club.
Dude, I know. Remember that one scene where all the students were running away from the principal to escape getting caught out of class?
Yeah, I remember that. Why do you think they all scuttle on the floor like that?
Well, I think it's because of their drastic decrease in acceleration. They suddenly brake, which causes them to halt to a stop because of the force of friction, which acts against their previous motion.
So they dig into the ground, right? Meaning they increase their frictional force and they stop and have the ability to change direction?
Yeah, that's right. I love how physics applies to virtually everything we do.
Oh, I was watching the movie Star Wars with my parents last night. I have no friends. I was wondering how the spaceships can travel through space so quickly with so little gas.
Well, they don't need to use that much gas. They just need to use enough gas to get them moving.
Well, it says here that an object in space will continue in motion after moving. This is because there is no force acting against the spaceship, including air resistance, so once the spaceship is moving, it can turn off its engines and will continue in a straight line path unless acted on by another outside force.
What? I never knew that. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
What?
Have you ever seen the movie The Other Guys?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's about these two secret agents. In this one scene, they fail at catching a criminal that they are instructed to get.
Whoa, what happened to them?
Well, they had to get to ground level, so they jumped off a building.
Aim for the bushes.
Wait, in the clip they're falling at the same speed, despite having different body masses. They hit the ground at the exact same time. How is that even possible?
Well, neglecting the minute amount of energy lost to heat, their gravitational potential energy is equal to their final kinetic energy when they fall. The masses as seen in the equation cancel out. The mass doesn't matter, so, neglecting air resistance, in theory, any two objects with totally dissimilar masses will always fall at the same rate.
In the movie 2012, a large earthquake strikes the city of Los Angeles. Earthquakes are S waves, waves whose movement is perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation.
Wait, if they're just waves, why are all the buildings collapsing?
Not all of them, but many. Resonance is the tendency something has to vibrate at a larger amplitude at certain frequencies, and not as much at other frequencies. Some of the smaller collapsing buildings were experiencing high frequencies, causing them to collapse.
Wait, so do high frequencies affect larger buildings?
No, in fact they don't. The slow shaking caused by lower frequencies has a much larger effect on bigger buildings than high frequencies.
But I understand the Mexico City earthquake then. Only the medium-sized buildings collapsed, but all the tall and short buildings were fine. Why is that?
Well, the resonance frequency of such buildings coincided with the frequency range amplified most frequently in the subsoils of the city.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Well, as you can see, the laws of physics apply to Hollywood movies as well as our everyday life.
We hope you learned something. Until next time, it's been a good show.